Welcome back to another episode of Techno Eclipse. In today's video, I'm going to pretend it's 2006 and unbox a bunch of stuff I got for over $5,000 or more. But I actually got all this for $100, and I know I haven't posted in a while. Sorry, I've been working I worked like 4 12-hour days this week, and I was just tired. So I will be posting more. I am filming a couple of videos today, so let's just get into it. Let's start with this one. I'm just going to move the big Mac Pro box out of the way. So this is the Cinema Display 20-inch widescreen. It is a 1680 by 1050, so not quite a 1080 resolution, although it is still a beautiful machine. I mean, he has the box. He bought this when he bought this computer in 2006. Actually, he kept it in such great shape, it still has the label on the back. The ship date was 10/17/2006. This thing is almost exactly 12 years old, and let's see how it is in 2018. So, to start, we're going to pull open this flap. I have actually not opened this yet, shockingly enough. I can't believe I was patient enough. Alright, I'll open it for you guys so you guys can see first. Well, actually, I'll have filmed this video, so I'll see this first, but technically I'm filming it so you guys can see it first. And then this styrofoam comes out, and of course the monitor comes with it because this whole thing is upside down. He didn't technically package it properly. So we're going to pull this off, but he does have all the original packaging, which is amazing. I can't even believe it. And there it is. That's the monitor right there. I'll show you a little shot of that on the screen here. Wow. This thing is kind of small, but it's still quite beautiful. He does have the power brick, which is nice. These things are actually relatively expensive. It's got the power cable, and I believe that is it. So there's a few rubber bands in there for some reason, probably for some unrelated reason. So we'll close this up. I am for sure going to be keeping this box because it is, look at the operating system it has running on there. This is so cool. I mean, like all of this stuff up here, 20-inch viewable active matrix LCD, supports resolutions up to 1680 by 1050, requires PowerMac G4 or G5 with NVIDIA graphics card or ATI Radeon 7500 or better graphics card, or PowerBook G4 with a DVI port. Requires macOS version 10.2.8 or later. That's really funny. That's kind of cool. It's amazing to have this thing with a box in such great shape. So that is the monitor right there. I believe this also has my power cable for the Mac Pro over here. And then all of these cables will be going to this computer, or monitor over here, I should say. So connects all up like that. Connect it here. It does come with a FireWire and USB port and a DVI cable right here. Obviously, you have to have a DVI port on whatever graphics card you plug this into, or you need an adapter from DVI to HDMI or DisplayPort. On the back of this monitor are 2 USB ports and 2 FireWire ports. I'm not sure. I believe those are FireWire 400 and USB probably 2.0. So, obviously not the fastest of all time, and I've never used a FireWire port once in my whole life, but it has it. So put this away to the side. And then we'll get into this big box. We're going to need some more room. There's so much stuff in here, it's unbelievable. This guy said he bought this thing when his son was born in 2006. So this box, again, is the original Mac Pro from 2006. Quad Xeon 64-bit workstation. This is when they first switched to Intel processors. This was the first leap for Apple from their G5 processors all the way to the Intel processors that they use today. And it seems like in 2020 or 2021, they're going to be switching away from Intel processors, which is crazy because they've been using them at that point for almost 15 years. So, the top of it, he actually upgraded the graphics card. This I did peek at earlier. He showed it to me. This does have the original, I believe this is a 2600 ATI 2600 graphics card in the anti-static bag. Comes with one of those cables to supply power, which is actually kind of nice. And then it features an ATI Radeon 5770, which is not a great graphics card by today's standards, but at the time this thing was actually quite a little bit of a beast, and I'm excited to have it plug in and get this thing up and running. He upgraded this graphics card with the official Apple graphics card, which is why it comes in this fancy box from Apple. It's the graphics card upgrade box, and it's amazing. I mean, this is amazing for the guy to keep all the boxes. I know the boxes don't add any value, technically. It doesn't add any performance. But to have these original boxes with the Apple logo, graphics card upgrade, I mean, these are things that Apple doesn't sell anymore. They haven't sold for years. And to actually have this is quite amazing. Obviously, these cards aren't great, but I mean, it's just, I mean, this box, like, this is so cool to see. These are like Steve Jobs era boxes and everything. I mean, these are things that came out when I was 10, 11 years old, and so I've never been able to unbox these before, which is why it's so much fun to actually unbox them. So next we have the guy included the Apple keyboard, which is quite nice, with a USB extender actually attached to it. This guy had all kinds of stuff, and he sold it for $100. I can show it on the screen again to prove to you that I bought it for $100, but it's great. It's got the USB ports on the side, and it does have the number pad. I actually have one of these already, but it's always nice to have multiple of Apple products because they are so beautiful. Even today, this still holds up. This is still the same keyboard layout they pretty much use today, obviously, with some differences here and there, but this is pretty much the same basic keyboard layout. So we'll put that to the side, and I believe there's some more things. He included speakers. I don't even know what the heck these things are, to be honest. They're Panasonic speakers. Although, assuming how much he paid for all this, these were probably expensive at the time. I'll have to plug them in and give you a little sound test. I'll grab that in a second. We'll grab the second speaker out. And then I'll grab the power cables, which are all there. That's nothing. This is not official Apple stuff, so I'm not super concerned about it, nor do I really care about it. I don't think I'll be even using these, but I might as well test them out to see what they sound like. So now we'll get to the meat and potatoes and the RAM upgrade that he made. He got OWC official Mac RAM. There is the original RAM, which are the blue DIMMs here, and you can see the green DIMMs here are the upgraded RAMs. These are 2 GB sticks, and I believe he got 4 of them, so that'll give you 8 GB of RAM, and the original one shipped with 512 megabyte sticks. So that, when you plug it all together, will give you a grand total of 12 gigabytes of RAM. And in 2006, that was absolutely overkill. 2018, 12 gigabytes of RAM is probably enough for most people. But maybe it would be nice to have 16 gigabytes, but 12 gigabytes is nothing to sneeze at. And of course, he kept the extra box. So, he didn't have the RAM or the graphics card in the computer. He took it out. I don't really know why. We'll plug all that stuff up in later. And finally, for the piece, I don't know if I can get this out. I don't have the shoulder straight. Pull that out straight up. The piece de resistance. The Mac Pro. Oh, he's down here. Oh man. With the little thing that's supposed to go right there. So this is the 2006 Mac Pro. My favorite computer of all time. Everyone on this channel knows I am a big fan of these Mac Pros. Never kept one, but I do love them still. On the back here, it is the A1186 EMC number 2113, obviously. It does have 2.66 quad core, so 2 dual core Intel Xeon chips making up a quad core system with the 4 times 512 gigabytes of RAM, and then it says the 1900 XT as the graphics card. So let's just open this thing up and take a look at the beauty that is this Mac Pro. I mean, this thing is timeless. You got the dim, whoa, it needs to be blown out and dusted. This is disgusting. You got the dim slots down here. You can put in up to 8 dims. You got the CPUs that'll sit under there. Graphics cards sit in there. And you got fans, you got dust. He did take those things, which is kind of disappointing. Although I guess I don't really need them, but it's disappointing he took all 3 of them. I can buy those for pretty cheap, or all 4 of those. Power supply sitting up here, and then this is where you would put a DVD drive. I believe there's a DVD drive in there. I can see that. So that's what we got. We spent $100 and we got all this stuff. If I were to price it out comfortably, I'd say it's worth about $200 to $250, somewhere in that ballpark. I'll throw a price up for everything on the screen when it comes up, so you'll know before I do even how much this stuff is all worth. So it's pretty exciting. It's awesome. Like, this is really cool stuff. It's old stuff. It might not be that great in 2018. We'll definitely test it out in a later video. But it's really cool to see somebody taking such great care of their old Apple products, because obviously they don't make this stuff anymore. And, I mean, they're in great shape. They're beautiful. This needs cleaned out, but it's just awesome to see. I'm really happy about it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching. This has been Scott with Techno Eclipse. If you liked the video, hit subscribe and smash that like button. All right, thanks again for watching. Peace out, and I promise I'll be posting more videos very soon. I've just been very busy. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye.